Let me just start off by saying I hope everyone has been enjoying the Pauper content on the channel. I'm not trying to become a purely Pauper content creator, but if people like it, then I'm definitely going to play it. But of course, as with this video, I do have to stay tried and true to my most known and favorite format, Modern. And I think there needs to be a bigger discussion about some of the cooler non-blue archetypes in the format, because they do have a lot of places and niches where they can kind of burrow in and really cement themselves, and it just doesn't have to be Jund or the Rock. And today we're going to talk about an archetype that was born out of the first Modern Horizons, and one that has really transformed the lore of the game in a really cool way, especially for me once you look it up. But let's start talking about Yawgmoth, Thran Physician. Now, Modern Horizons 2, or 1, I should say. Modern Horizons 2 definitely changed things. But Modern Horizons 1 was a very pivotal set in Magic's, well, in its set package and really its financial standings. And it changed Modern for, some may think the better. I think for the better in some ways. There needed to be some changes. And it released a lot of new cards that changed the way Modern decks are played. We had decks like Ren and 6 that changed what it means to be a mid-range deck and create value at a Planeswalker level, redefining this permanent type, honestly. It's ever since Jace the Mind Sculptor, for me anyway. And then we introduced Force of Will into the format. Modern's own Force of Negation, adding something to blue decks and combo decks to which we've never seen before. But the key card today is going to be the mad scientist themselves, the creator of the Thran universe and the ultimate, well, mother, father, parental figure, and creator of the Phyrexian Scourge, Yawgmoth Thran Physician. This is the first time we got a visual representation of Yawg Daddy himself. And truly one of the larger-than-life, most powerful beings in Magic lore. It's great to see it in such a powerful deck-defining card. Like the fact that the card itself defines a whole strategy is just perfect. Right? Really in its own self. Creating a sacrifice strategy that can go the mile, can grind out, and also go infinite. Now, the deck itself has many ins and outs, right? There's a lot of moving pieces to the mid-range plan, to the infinite plan, to the mana ramp plan, and to the aggro plan, whatever you want it to be. Everything is there. We have cards like Yawgmoth with Undying triggers that are meant to die in the face of combat and be sacrificed to come back with the +1/+1 counter. But then when you combine it with Yawgmoth's ability of putting -1/-1 counters, it's like the Undying trigger can keep going. And with that, we have, well, infinite engines with Blood Artist, creating infinite kind of death and return triggers to enable cards like Blood Artist to drain out our opponent. Beyond that, we have to understand that with all these plans coming together, the deck itself is hanging by a loose thread in a lot of ways. We have to look at the fact that the strategy tries to cast spells that are green, 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 along spells that are black, black, black. And now, obviously, I'm kind of cherry picking here. The deck has evolved to the point of playing 3-4 Geralt's Messengers, really only playing 1. And Chord of Calling is part of the primary green plan, but you know, it still goes by the point. The mana base of the deck is actually very difficult to enable and make sure that it's tight, to make sure that the right lands are out at the right time, to make sure your spells can be cast. And so there's a lot of mana dorks and Chord of Callings to just get creatures out and planeswalkers out like Grist to make sure that the deck can work even beyond its mana. So how do I want to attack this deck as a mill player? Well, I don't necessarily just want to be attacking this deck through the mill plan, exiling Surgical Extraction, because in many ways it's not necessarily a combo deck. In a lot of ways, the combo is actually a very fine secondary plan. There's going to be a lot of matches where you come up against a strategy, even as a non-mill player, where the deck will out mid-range you, it will outvalue you, and its creatures are actually really sticky and powerful on the board. Green creatures with haste and, you know, natural protection against removal, pretty damn solid. So I tend to stay away from Surgical Extraction. And obviously, there are going to be times where, you know, you mill over the Yawgmoth, you want to surgical that out, you have Tasha's Hideous Laughter, you know, in that game 1 situation, and you throw it out there, you get a lot more value by, you know, surgicaling away, there's one in the graveyard, surgicaling away, you know, 12 CMC out of the deck with the other Yawgmoths. Now, in post-game scenarios, I don't really like this option. I think, again, there are a lot more moving pieces beyond the Yawgmoth. It's nice to get rid of them. And I don't think Tasha's is a good card in the matchup anyway, especially post-board when they bring in Endurance. There's a lot of high CMC cards in the deck. So you want to stray away from this plan. I think what we want to attack is the mana base and the graveyard itself in its own way. So I think Ashiok Dreamrender is fantastic for this, just stopping any future fetching and future fixing of mana and future tutoring. We have the Chord of Callings, of course, stopping the deck's ability to really work at their own pace. You're forcing them back into your game, and then after that, exiling their graveyard to make sure they're not getting any value out of that they might want to, with any spicy includes, or heck, even the grists, you know, the ultimate amount of creatures in their graveyard. So, you know, you do want to make sure that they don't have that end game ability for them to outgrind you. And then finally, we want to make sure that cards like Field of Ruin are being used as aggressively as possible, in my opinion. And this game, this whole match will actually showcase this really well, where Field of Ruin can actually attack some of their creatures. Field of Ruin is a kill spell when you're targeting Dryad Arbors. And Field of Ruin itself is very useful for the filtering lands and, you know, just any non-basic in general, to make sure that even though they get their basics, that if they're going to try and cast a green spell, they can't cast a black spell, such as Yawgmoth, or a black spell like Gerald's Messenger. And you got to make sure that this is hard for them. Make sure that if you're able to remove their mana dorks as much as possible, and you're going to see that in one of the games. I was able to secure a win by making sure at every point in the turn, instead of forwarding my plan, I was able to use removal to stop their plan. I stopped every single mana dork, and I was able to use Field of Ruins aggressively and slow them down so much that they weren't able to get on board, and that gave me the time to get on board and secure the win. So enjoy the games, and you know, I hope it just goes to show you that even though a deck has multiple facets to it, Mill still has the tools to put it on the ground, make sure it stays under control, and secure that win. So I said Mill was trash, but I needed to try out the Veil of Summer in the sideboard. So again, as I said in my intro, this is Dimir Mill Splash Green, like, out of the board. Like, you just get, like, I have the Assassin's Trophies. And again, this isn't Sultai Mill. I don't think Sultai Mill is good. I think Veil of Summer is good. So I think the soft splash is fine. And I think, like, you know, just having the extra spots for, like, Assassin's Trophies is good. Like, having access to something like that is good. Just Dryad Arbor. All right. All right, this does not seem like a Veil of Summer matchup. I don't know about you, but definitely does not seem like that. Unless it's like Yawgmoth. Unless it's Yawgmoth, in which case it very well could be. Because they have black creatures. Seems like Yawgmoth. Yeah, it seems like black green Yawgmoth. Let me just pull that up. I'm gonna pull up a deck list right now. Just to, yeah, like they'll play one, yeah. Okay. All right, let's mess them up a little bit here. Save targets always yield. Yeah, like I don't need to show them the green. So if I don't have to, I don't have to. The problem is Tasha's is not great here. Tasha's is not great here. Can I Field of Ruin Dryad? Can I? Yeah, can I actually Field of Ruin Dryad? I don't actually know. I don't want a Tasha's, I don't think. Okay. Getting out of board of things. Okay. So I can block both pretty well here. Oh, okay, not that. That's fine. I'll take 3. Interesting. So I think what I'll do here is I'll play Watery Grave tapped. Drown this sucker. Right? So that they only have one source of black. That's the key, right? Like Yawgmoth is black. So they have one source of black. They have a ton of green. They can still chord out. Like they can still chord out something. But even chord's tough because they got to go like green, and then like tapped. Okay, they found a land. All right, whatever. But I think next turn what I'm going to do is I'm going to Field of Ruin the Blooming Marsh and like Spreading Seas the Dryad. And what that does is it takes out a creature. Like either way, it doesn't really matter. But so what I did there was stopped it so that like hopefully the Strangleroot Geist doesn't get the opportunity to just keep attacking for free. Oh lord. Okay. All right. That's Grist. Yep. Just bring it back. Yep. Take the damage. Sucks. It sucks, but they're allowed to find the cards they need to find. Yep. Don't need a block there. I think we will, yeah. So field, hit the creature. Grab an island. And then Spreading Seas the black source. Archive trap them. Nice. There you go. A little bit of velocity off the Spreading Seas. And then I think... Ooh, okay, I don't want to say it because I'm literally gonna jinx myself. But y'all know what I'm thinking. You know, they got 12 cards left in their library. Y'all know what I'm thinking right now. Come on. It's. I just don't want to jinx it. But you can see how like attacking this deck's mana base is actually a solid idea, right? Like green spells along with black spells. So, okay, it looks like they're gonna just try and do some damage. Like they don't have much. And they don't have a way to kill this unless they like top decked it. They don't have a way to kill Crab. I mean, we're gonna throw out Tasha's anyway, but oh, they're gonna Chord. Interesting. Chord for what? Chord for 3. No, man. Yo, this is a one of, bro. This is a one of. Like, that's legit a one of. There is one copy of Endurance in the main board. All right, you know how you know what the deal is. If you're this far in the video, I need you to comment pain. Comment pain and give me your most recent experience with Endurance, because this literally just makes me want to quit the league. Like, this card is so dumb. I'm telling, like, the elementals are so dumb. It's just not well-designed Magic cards. Yeah, just not well-designed Magic cards, truly. All right. Yeah, I don't really think we're gonna get. Like, we could bring in Veil, but like, I don't know. It's not really exactly what we want. Crypt Incursion, Damnation, Spreading Seas is fine. I'll keep Extirpates in there. I'll take out like one Spreading Seas. But we just need to pound them out. So I'll keep the Extirpates to play around Veils, or sorry, Endurances, but like they have, this deck has to be playing like 3 to 4 Endurances across the 75, so yeah, I'll run it. It's gonna be a little tough, but all right. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, not too far into the video, and we're already talking about pain. We're already talking about pain. Yup. Okay. Yeah. So we'll play that tapped. It's pretty good. Just another land. We'll run it. Doop deep doop 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 doop. So next turn we're just gonna go like field Ashiok. Sure. Okay. Definitely kill that. Yeah, definitely kill that. Okay, we will now play Ashiok. And we will start exiling your thing. That's it. That's it. That's now we are officially stopping endurance to some way, shape, or form. Some way, shape, or form. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Got rid of like one Yawgmoth, some low drops. We took out the Tashas anyway. It's just not. It's not a good Tasha's matchup. The amount of 3 and 4 CMC stuff they have in this deck. I mean, Yawgmoth's a playset. Endurance, Drall's Messenger, Chord, Grist. I'll just have Illusion, I believe. Yeah, just the amount of things that is just like super high is crazy. So they misplayed. Love it. They just completely forgot Ashiok Dream Render's a card. What sucks is Archive Trap doesn't go off here, but it's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, they could bring that down though, so I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I mean, yep, let's do that. Get a blue source. Just because we want 3 blue. I know I have Fatal Push. It's fine though. A little bit of endurance action. Let's hit him with that. Let's play this. Hit the endurance. Yep. Okay, so we're managing to get a lot here. Okay, good. All right, we just run it back. There's nothing different I want to do here. I think everything's fine. Again, you don't play Tasha's here. I don't think this merits an Assassin's Trophy. Like, Assassin's Trophy is going to be very niche. Like, I'm going to want that for the Murktide matchup as a desperate measure. I'm going to want that for 4-color Omnath. Maybe, like, what is it? Maybe Hammer Time. Like, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, it's really just for the big stuff. Jeskai Control. Like, most of the other matchups, like, it's whatever. But yeah, this is fun. Crypt Incursion's like the big one here. We should be able to get a big crypt off. Veil is just gonna be the tough thing, but how many times can you play around Veil these days, right? Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna Fatal Push that. Yeah, sorry opponent, that's getting Fatal Push like ASAP. That's not being allowed through. If you're gonna present to me like a threat that easy, come on. That's just like too free. Like, opponent, that's too free. Come on now. Are you gonna give me another mana dork for me to kill right now? Because I would love that. Yep. I love that. I love that. I will gladly kill these mana dorks. Anything to stop them from developing, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Anything to put them back. Okay, so Turns out it doesn't stop them that much, but it stops them a little bit. Like, they could very well just be trying to play like a Grist here on turn 3, and I do not want that, so that's fine. Now, this could be a mistake, but I truly think this is fine. Like, killing their mana dorks is fine here, because it just means like if they find another land here, sure, like I can't account for that, but I just don't think they will. With all these mana dorks, I think it's better so that they're... What sucks is the Twilight Mire, but I'm going to Field of Ruin that next turn. So I was going to say, what sucks is... What's great about this deck is you really need to try and attack its mana base when you can. Because again, they're trying to cast like black spells with green spells, and then they have Geralt's Messenger, which is black, and then they have Chord, which is green. Like, any opportunity you get is pretty solid to attack its mana base. And right now they don't have another land, so that is perfect. So we're going to hit the Twilight Mire. And we are definitely going to Fatal Push. We are definitely going to Fatal Push here. And then Archive Trap you. If you have an Endurance, whatever. It's fine. I'm just going to get my value where I can. Perfect. What do you got for 2? Wall of Roots, potentially. Skoos! Okay, perfect. Skoos with no lands. I'm going to be able to just Crypt Incursion here for insane value. Insane value. Wow. Okay, yeah. Crypt for insane value here. And then after that, like, let's go. Crypt. Baby. Okay, what is that? Like 33 life? I think I legit just gained 33 life. Yeah, 11 times thing. Perfect. A Skoos tap. Come on, you see that? Attack the mana base. You kill all the dorks. They're not able to use cards like Scavenging Ooze effectively. That's exactly what we want to try and be doing here. Okay, so if no spells are cast. Okay, so I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast this all, don't worry. I'm going to cast a spell. Truly, I'm going to cast a spell, don't worry. I'm going to hit you with this right here. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. I don't know about any of that right now. So they cannot search their library. They are getting no value out of that ooze. Perfect. And they are at 15 cards. So right now, at 49 life, I have so much available to me. Like, you do not... Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay. Fingers crossed here. Let's get it. Let's get it. Just a little bit of Dimir Mill doing its job. We didn't even get to show off the green here. Just a little bit of Dimir Mill doing its job. Are there any creatures in here? Doesn't matter. I'm still going to block this in case they can put a creature in their graveyard, instant speed somehow. Still want to block that so we don't lose our crab. Easy, baby. So, hit him for more. Surprised they did not attack the Ashiok here. I do not know what the... I don't know what the plan is of not attacking Ashiok. I don't know what the winning line they have here is, but, like, it's not attacking me. Trust me, attacking me, you need to kill this Ashiok first. That is a free 4 cards I just milled. Like, if they do not kill it here... Yeah, if they do not kill it here, they're just giving me another 4 cards. Come on. You have to... Yeah, that's right. So, all are going to attack it. I am not going to block at all. You can attack it all you want. I don't care. Like that was a mistake. I don't know, like, unless they thought I had a removal spell, so that's fine. Blood Artist, sure. I don't even know if they have, like, the cards to really, like, do anything. Okay, so now I can, like, extirpate something. So now, let's look at their graveyard. Let's look at their exile. So let's see if, like, we have a good extirpate target. So, Grist. It seems like Grist is the hit. I think Grist is the hit. So Yawgmoth. That's the yes. Yeah, so it looks like Grist is a hit. I'd imagine they have copies of Grist left. Like, this deck runs 4 copies of Grist. I'd imagine they didn't sideboard out all of them. And I can't get Endurance, so whatever. But I don't think Yawgmoth is the target either. Like, I probably get like 2 copies of Yawgmoth here, to be fair. The Yawgmoth... Yeah, like, I probably reliably get 2 copies of Yawgmoth, but Grist is just like the type of value that you can't even beat. So I think it's supposed to be Grist here. So just in case, I'm pretty sure I just take Grist. So let's wait until their draw. Draw. Give me the information I need. Grist. Pretty sure it's Grist. I just can't let them have like that type of value. Like, if they manage to find a land, play Grist. Unless I just have all their lands, who knows? But yeah, okay. So there you go. Verdant Catacomb. Oh, they actually don't have any more. Okay. Thank God I did not take, wow. Yeah, okay, so Verdant Catacombs gives them nothing, perfect. And thank God I didn't get Yawgmoth. Because, did I, like, miss all the Yawgmoths? Or did they actually just shave on Yawgmoths? They actually just shaved on Yawgmoths. Okay. Managed to get a Grist out of their hand, but it's not like they're going to play it. They can't play anything here. So they're just top decking Strangleroot Geist, which is kind of scary, to be fair. That is kind of scary. So they have no way. So I just got a free block. Like, they are, or a free block in the sense, like, I can't block Scavenging Ooze. So I have to be careful with that. I can't block Scavenging Ooze, so I have to block this. Do they have a way to sack that? No. So I can only block that. So realistically, like, all my top decks are live. All my top decks are live at this point, so. So kill the Frenzied. They get a Blood Artist trigger, but whatever. It's one less creature I gotta deal with. Yep. Always yield to him, man. I'm good. So if they find Strangleroot Geist, looks like they did. Yep. So I will block that. That is just one more thing for me to block. Yeah, again, all my draws are live. All my draws are live. They literally cannot win. I'm actually surprised they're not conceding. They cannot win. There's no conceivable way they win. Even if I, like, my land draws are like literal, like, that's fine. That's just like another blocker. Unless I literally draw 8 crabs in a row. And even still, it's not like I'm going to just be able to start chumping everything. I'm going to, like, except for Scavenging Ooze. And they're going to win with Scavenging Ooze? No. They're not winning with Scavenging Ooze. Sorry. That's not how that works. Come on, opponent. You're just using up, just like wasting time. It's useless. Yep. Yep. I guess they want to play it out just because thing, but all right. There it is. There it is. So we do the draw. We do the cycle. Yep. You have no cards in your library.